Okay folks, so welcome back to the channel, and on today's video we're going to be having a look at the True Tension chain adjuster, and we're going to be tensioning my chain on the MT10 SP. But before we get into it, let's have a look what the recommended chain tension is on a MT10. And the recommended chain tension is 20 to 30 millimeters. So let's have a look at the True Tension guide and see what we need to set this device up for, so that we get the right tension on the chain. So according to the guide, on a 14 to 17 millimeter chain with 25 to 35 millimeters of slack, we need it on setting 1. So that's the one that we're going to set it on currently. And if we look on the chain monkey, what we want to do is get the bottom of that nut all the way up to where it says number 1. So what we'll do, we'll adjust the nut all the way up until we see the number 1 line, which is about there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to twist the rubber bung up until it stops, and then it can't go any higher than that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see where the number 1 is, and the line is level with the bottom of the actual nut. And then I've adjusted the bung up on the bottom so that it stops at that. And then what I'm going to do is screw it down, take it to the motorcycle, and then pop it onto the chain. So I'll show you that next. Okay, so the chain, yeah, it's not too bad. And what I've actually done is I've undone the nut on the other side, and then I've just undone the lock nuts just here on both sides, and I've loosened the bolt for the wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the True Tension chain monkey onto the chain just about here, and then we're going to go and screw this up into the middle of a link where it bends, and we're going to screw that all the way up to number 1, which is there. Okay, so what we're aiming to do is to bring the actual wheel all the way back and get the chain as tight as we can. And then what we're going to do, so I'm just going to adjust that back on both sides. And then I'm going to lock the nuts down, and these are the locking nuts, keep them tight. Again on this side, lock those down into position, so that's all tight, and then the chain's solid. Okay, then what we're going to do, we're going to actually tighten the wheel nut, and after that we'll take the chain monkey off, and you'll see that my chain is now the correct slack that it's meant to be. Okay, right, let's loosen this off. And now you'll see that the chain is at the correct slack, 20 to 30 millimeters. And that's how I adjust my chain using the True Tension chain monkey. These can be picked up online or from Halfords, I believe. But they just make chain adjustment so much easier. And by having the correct chain adjustment, the bike runs perfectly, gear changes are perfect, and also wear on the chain and the sprockets are to minimum. So now that that's done, what we'll do is we'll just give it a chain lube with banana slip from True Tension.